We are following late developments this hour from the Supreme Court. It has issued an opinion in the abortion pill case. The court unanimously ruled against a group of anti-abortion doctors who sued the FDA to make the pill less accessible. So that means patients will be able to get the drug mifepristone. The medication was used in nearly 2/3 of all abortions in the U.S. last year. Justices found the group of doctors trying to reduce access failed to show they had suffered any injury from the FDA's policy. So the lawsuit is being dismissed. Women can still get the pill within 10 weeks of gestation. I am joined now by the ACLU's Mary Clafeta. She is the Woman and Reproductive Rights Project Director. Mary, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Let me just get your reaction to this. This was a unanimous vote.
Yes, and I think that reflects what most lawyers who've been watching the case know, which is that this case never should have made it this far in the first place. These are not plaintiffs who've suffered any injury here. They're anti-abortion doctors. They don't prescribe mifepristone. They don't give it to their patients. They just didn't like that the FDA was letting other doctors prescribe it, and that's why they sued, and that's not enough to bring a lawsuit.
Well, I'm sure there was a little trepidation with your group as well, because we have seen so much, including Roe v. Wade being overturned. People were nervous about this. People were stockpiling it with the Supreme Court that is very conservative. So that must have played a role in how a lot of people felt about what was going to come down today.
Yes, mifepristone is really important in abortion access in this country. And had the court reached the merits today, the impact would have been really significant. It would have removed the ability for people to get mifepristone by mail, potentially, and that has an impact on people across the country who may have to travel hundreds of miles. So it's a good decision that they did not reach the merits, that they did not reach that kind of decision. The plaintiffs brought this case in Texas, where they knew they would have judges who would be likely to side with them, and they did. So certainly there is cause for concern in the current climate, and this is a good decision today that keeps access where it is.
And I wonder, too, is this more now, because women can now buy this themselves, as they have been, but what's the symbolism here, both legally and on a broader scale, would you say? A great sense of relief?
It's a relief that access can continue as it currently is, at least for the time being. This case will continue in Texas. So the court held that these particular plaintiffs do not have standing. The lower court in Texas did allow some states, Kansas, Idaho, and Missouri, to intervene in the lawsuit. So the lawsuit will continue with those plaintiffs, and the court will determine if they have standing. So we're not done with this, and we're certainly not done with anti-abortion extremists' attempt to restrict access in this country. So this is definitely a victory today, but we're going to keep watching and fighting back on these attempts.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. What is coming up in the future? What is your group doing to help women be able to control their own health?
So we're fortunate here in Illinois that we have lawmakers that have protected access in this state. So regardless of this decision today, abortion would have remained legal in Illinois. It is legal in Illinois. Numbers were just released. We know that more than 30,000 people had to come to Illinois to get care. So we've continued to work in this state to make sure that people can come here and safely access care. We're also watching, the court does have one more abortion decision on its docket, so we'll be watching in the next couple of weeks to see what the court does in that case. It involves emergency room treatment of abortion care, so that's still out there as well.
Okay, I'm Mary Clafeta with the ACLU. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. We appreciate your time.